In today's video, I just wanted to talk about the future of my own perfume brand, Centauri Perfumes. I've not done a little kind of update video in a little while, so I thought I'd let you know kind of what to expect this year and kind of what's new and my thought process moving forward with the brand. I guess the first thing to mention is that I've introduced a new page on the website which is called Scratches and Dints, and it's exactly what it says. Unfortunately, as you know, transportation of glass bottles goes, now and again some are going to get scratched and dinted in the transportation, and some of my stock obviously has a little bit of damage now and again. And so instead of discarding these bottles and throwing them in a recycle bin, I thought, well, most of them are not that bad. It's an odd scratch or an odd little chip here and there. So make a scratch and dints page. I've knocked them down by 50%, so you'll get them half price. If you don't mind a little bit of a scratch and a dint on your bottle and or box. Some of my boxes get like, I noticed sometimes the glue lifts off on the odd box. The glue hasn't set properly and the paper will kind of come away from the presentation box a little bit. That's annoying. I could glue it back down, but for the sake of the scratch and dints, anything like that, you might get a box that's, you know, a little bit of the paper's coming off, or you know, there may be a little bit of a scratch on the box surface. The bottle might have a little bit of a scratch or a dent. Nothing horrific. They're all light cosmetic things, but they're things that I wouldn't sell full retail, because when you buy from my brand, I want you to have a beautiful bottle in a nice presentation box. That's just how I do it. Obviously I wouldn't sell you one that has a big scratch across the side of it. So but this way I can get rid of some of that stock in, you know, now and again, and you get yourselves a bargain, a good, very good discount. So 50% off. There's only 5 I've put up at the moment. They're bottles of Proxima. So if you want the bottle of Proxima and you don't mind a little bit of a scratch, you can save yourself 50%. So that's that. Once they're sold out, however long that takes, I'll remove the scratch and dints tab from the front home page of the website. At the moment, you have to click the tab on the home page. That'll take you to it. When they're sold out, I will remove it from the website. It'll no longer be there. And periodically, now and again, I will add them from across all collections. If there's, you know, bottles that I need to get rid of that are a little bit damaged, I'll put them there. Now and again, just check back on the website, just give it a click and you'll be able to see if that tab is there or not. If it is, click on it and you'll see what is available. I'm also considering creating a new line that's outside of the regular line of the red, white and blue, past, present and future, where I do more kind of limited edition kind of things that I wouldn't do in a main collection, that don't necessarily fit into the concept of the time thing of past, present, future. If I feel like doing something, like I was kind of interested in experimenting, doing some kind of a more cologne-y kind of fragrance, and something kind of a bit more fresh and clean, I wouldn't really be able to fit that in my collection as it is, in terms of conceptually, as in a concept of, well, I guess I could, but I'm just thinking in terms of like things that I don't really want in the main collection, so to speak, that maybe I don't have a concept for, but I just felt like making it. And those kind of fragrances will be in this other collection, which I've not decided a name for, but it will be outside of time, so to speak, in terms of the collection of red, white and blue. And I'm going to put them in probably in the clear bottles. So if you, yeah, basically like I do with the charity perfumes, except these will have a plate. The charity perfume doesn't have the pewter plate. If I do that kind of collection at some point in the future in the clear bottles, they will have the regular plates like my normal bottles, but it will be in a clear glass, so it's something a little bit different. Why I do that is because it distinguishes it from the time collection of red, white and blue. I want to make sure people know that that's not part of the regular conceptual collection. It's outside of the collection, it's something a little bit different, and they'll be limited. So I'll do like maybe 100 bottles of a particular thing and then it's gone. If there's a lot of interest and people want more of it, then I can do another batch, maybe a bit less. They're not going to be numbered or anything, they're not like limited edition that way, like I do sometimes with the red bottles where there's like 150 and I number them. This kind of idea wouldn't be like that. I wouldn't number them. They'll just be however many there are, and then when they're gone, they're gone. But it allows me to be a little bit more experimental and a little bit less confined in terms of bringing a concept, an idea conceptually to the fragrance. I can do something just because I wanted to make it without giving you particularly a massive storyline or concept behind it. It frees me up to do something a little bit outside of the concept thing. Where there's like I say, if I just make 100 of them and then they're gone, I don't have to worry about keeping a lot of stock or value in stock. I'd rather be able to sell the stock so I can invest the money into the next project, rather than having, you know, a lot of money tied up in unsold stock. So that's the idea for that. Again, I'm not sure what I will name that kind of collection, but it's something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I think it's a good idea. And they'll all be priced independently based on the cost of the formula. Basically, all my prices are different based on what's in the perfume. The next release will be in a blue bottle to complete the last 3. Omen and Fear were the first 2 released earlier on. Obviously, after Dendera, Gaia and Proxima, the first 3, I still haven't got around to making the future collection of that next set, so to speak. So the next release will be the blue bottle, the future collection, to finish off that 3. And then I will be moving on to the next 3, which I've already got planned out. I already know what I'm doing for it. So yeah, we've got releases coming this year. I don't know how many. I'm quite slow, unfortunately, at creating formulas and being happy with things. It takes me a while to feel comfortable, and it takes me a while to do it. Basically, I can't knock things out that quick. So, you know, bear with me, so to speak, but I do have ideas in my brain. I'm working on them and getting things ready. So yeah, there will be some new releases this year. Like I say, the next one will be the blue one. I'm not going to give too much details away about that, because my ideas and concepts for it have changed as I've been working on it, and changed ideas, and so I'm not going to give too much away, except hopefully you'll like it, obviously. And it's not nearly finished. It will be, you know, a few more months away, but hopefully, you know, well, I'll let you know when it is ready, basically. For those that don't know, the future collection in the blue bottles is more synthetic leaning, whereas red is mostly natural. The odd synthetic if I need to put it in there, but generally speaking, very high percentage of naturals. The white collection is kind of a 50-50 mixed media, kind of right down the middle, half synthetic, half naturals. Sometimes, you know, the formula might be a, you know, 10% either way, so to speak. It's not dead 50-50%, but you know what I mean. And the future collection is generally more on the synthetic side. Proxima did use a jasmine sambac, so there is a natural in there, but generally speaking, the future collections are more synthetic based, and that gives me 3 different palettes to work with in 3 different conceptual areas of time. The next charity release will be in May. I do it on May 4th, and May the 4th be with you. Force, Star Wars, all that jazz. That's why I picked the date. It's evenly spaced between my birthday. November 2nd is my birthday, kind of halfway along the year is May, so why not pick May 4th? So yeah, next charity release, which is the custom bottle in the clear glass, raising money for charity. I haven't picked a charity yet. If you've got suggestions for a charity to sponsor, so to speak, to give the money to, leave some suggestions. I'm open to it. There is one in, I think they're based in Thailand. They're called Soy Dog. They rescue mainly dogs, but generally animals like cats, dogs, obviously, in the region of Thailand and generally Southeast Asia. And man, they've got a social media account. If you follow them on Instagram or Facebook, some of the posts are pretty gut-wrenchingly heartbreaking. To be honest, the animals there, I suffer a lot. It's pretty horrific. They have basically, in certain countries, they'll farm dogs for meat, and there's an illegal dog meat trade, and they're like put in sacks and beaten, and they're in Thailand. It's just absolutely disgusting. It makes me sick. So yeah, that charity does really good work in rescuing them, and they've got an excellent healthcare system, of an excellent veterinary, should I say, of recovering the dogs, and they show the progress on Instagram with the updates of them, the operations they do, and you know, you see like a photo of them like a year later where they're running around healthy and happy, and give them a new life. They're a very good charity. So I'm considering them, because obviously I like supporting animals. Nothing against people, but animals usually suffer because of people. So I feel like it's people's obligation to help fix them, because it's our fault that they suffer in the first place. They can't help themselves, they need people to help them. They're helpless. You know, a dog can't operate on its leg, you know, when it's been run over by a car or been abused. It's left to suffer, so we have to fix that. That's why I like supporting animals, because it makes such a big difference to them, and they need it, you know. However, any suggestions for charities, whether it's animal-based or human, please let me know, and I'll take it into consideration. So yeah, that's the update on the brand. Yeah, Scratch and Dints available now. 5 bottles of Proxima are available, and then it'll be removed from the website. If you don't mind a little bit of a scratch, you might appreciate it. Yeah, working on the idea of a collection that's outside of the time in the clear bottles. If you've got an idea of what I could call that collection, I'd be interested. I am obviously thinking of ideas myself. I am open to suggestions. And yeah, look forward to some future releases from the brand this year. I do every aspect of the brand myself. I make the formulas, I have it sent off for safety certificates and approval and all the legal stuff. I do the bottling, I do the shipping, I go to the post office, I do the FedEx, I do literally everything myself. I don't hire or pay anyone to do things for me. So probably why I'm a little bit slow in releasing future releases, because, you know, I'm not hiring a team to make perfume for me and then smelling it and going, yeah, that's fine, I'll release that. I literally have to make the thing myself. So bear with me in terms of time of when I get to do things. It's just, yeah, it is what it is, but hopefully you'll like them when they are released. There's one more thing I want to mention, is my batches of Proxima and Gaia are very low, my current batches, and I have not made another batch. I think I will be doing, but I wanted to discuss a point with you, whether you think I should discontinue older batches once the batches have run out. Because orders of Proxima and Gaia are very slow. I rarely get an order now for those fragrances. When people do buy, they're usually buying one of the newer releases. The older ones seem to, after, I guess, how long have they been available for? Proxima's been available for 2 years. Dendera and Gaia have been available for 3 years. You know, after a couple of years, the sales kind of go away. And now and again I'll sell a bottle, but it's not very often at the moment, being completely honest. And so I was wondering whether do I continue having that stock, or do I discontinue it and just work on something new? If you would like to keep the old collection going, like Proxima, like Gaia, and you know, you think I should, then what I probably will end up doing is just making a small batch, so I've not got loads of money tied up in just juice sat in a container waiting to be sold, so to speak. That's my only concern. Of I don't like having loads of money tied up in stock. I'd rather you know, have a smaller batch, so to speak. So maybe that's what I'll end up doing, is making another batch, but kind of making it smaller rather than a big amount. So maybe I've answered my own question, I'm not sure. But yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts. I do take things in, I take in suggestions. I'm not like stone-headed, I listen to people, so please let me know. And yeah, I just wanted to do a kind of an update video and talk and chat openly about things, and let you know kind of what's happening in my brain and my world and this year of Centauri perfumes alongside of FragranceView channel. That's it, hope you enjoyed the video. I will be doing another video on Wednesday. We'll be doing some kind of a video, I'm not sure yet. I did buy the sample set from Maison Margiela Replica line. I have smelled them, all of them. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. They're not brilliant. But I'll probably do a first impression video. Sorry if I'm maybe not that enthusiastic when I talk about them. they don't really excite me, I'll be honest. I have smelled them in passing before, like a few years ago, but I never paid too much attention. So I thought I'd give them a go again, but yeah, maybe not brilliant. We'll see. I'll give them another smell on probably Wednesday, maybe, or Friday, and we'll do the first impressions of those. Yeah, I'll see you soon with some more videos. Take care of yourselves, be blessed, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
One time he disappeared for 2 or 3 days. When he came back, they asked him where he'd been, and he said, "Oh, just sailing."